All right. I want to start by giving all glory and praise unto the Lord Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi, Barakatah Yahawah, and Barakatah Yahawashi. We give all glory and praise unto those holy and powerful names of Yahawah being the Father, and Yahawashi being his only begotten Son. All right. This is Brother Malachi, coming in the way of the Ba'ashem Kakwadash, which is the Holy Spirit of truth. And I just coming at you again with another quick video, Lord willing, and hit a couple respective precepts and speak on this, because this just came across my desk, and on the news feed and on the feed, as it were, and what I would say about this, because this is we if you haven't been living under a rock, or if you've just been paying attention as we ought to do, because we are the men of the Lord and we are the prophets, the Lord willing, be a part of that number. Okay, we are to measure the times diligently in and of itself, and measure the times by measuring looking at these news, these articles, these things that are taking place in the earth, and measuring them against the prophecies, like it speaks about in Second Esdras, the 9th chapter. We got to measure the time diligently in and of itself, roughly paraphrasing, and we're coming to a time where the man of sin has been revealed and it's being revealed, right? Because, we always got new people and new brothers in Aquaf and Achium, Salakia, that come into the truth. And, and even 2/3 of Jake, who don't necessarily wake up to the truth, come to an understanding of that maybe this man is not for their best interest, or, but really we only make these videos for the hopeful elect. But nonetheless, the man of sin is being revealed, okay, and his lies, his deceit, okay, his smooth tongue, as it were, is coming to an end. It's coming to fruition. The people are not believing his lies, man. And this is a 20-second clip. I'm gonna play it, just to get it out the way, since it's so short. Real quick, it says, "Well, damn, man confronts Archimedes," because that the Archimedes 2 or whatever the fuck, so called, right, went up to the moon and back, did like a round trip, right? And the thing about that is that they didn't do shit. They're a whole bunch of fucking liars. You know what I'm saying? They're just clowns in a fucking costume. Especially this black dude. You know what I'm saying? Because he got that dumb fucking look on his fucking face. He's surrounded by 2 Edomites here, and he's like, bro, you didn't go to the moon. Esau, NASA, all that shit. Y'all didn't do shit. Y'all just some fucking liars. All right, and that's being revealed as we're gonna watch the video, because it says man confronts them. He basically just, hey, y'all lying, bro. And Esau is a liar. Esau is lying. He didn't go to the moon. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the many deceits of Satan, of Esau Edom on the left hand side. That he's went to the moon. That he's done all this stuff that he hasn't done. Because Esau can't go to the moon, because there is a Van Allen belt. There's what's the word I'm looking for? What's that word? He can't enter into that heaven. Okay, we have our heaven. Okay, which is when you look up and you see the blue sky, that's our heaven, the first heaven. Esau is trying to get into the second heaven, which is outer space. He can't get past the firmament. Okay, the Most High Yahawashi Mashai created the firmament that Esau cannot get past. All right, because we're in a firmament, like you could say, like unto a dome, if you will. But you can't get past that without burning up, without being destroyed, without without really just being destroyed. There's nothing they can send up there. There's no humans. There's no nothing that they landed on. They didn't do shit. They didn't do shit back then. They didn't do shit now. So let's play this. So ultimately, this is just deceit.
Yes. Stop lying. Stop acting. We all never went to space. Follow Jesus. God's watching you all.
And through the spirit, when this first happened and they first went to space, so-called, right? when they did this crew right here, the Archimedes crew, when they went up there, immediately I was like, yo, they didn't do shit. And then they did the whole little fake ass, oh, they coming down and oh my god, and everybody's clapping and shit. And it's like in my head, I'm like, I see they got a bald black Jake. You mean to tell me they sent a so-called black man into space? Man, get the fuck out of here. They ain't sending Jake into space. They ain't doing shit with Jake. But point is, they allowed Jake to come in on this ruse, on this fake ass, this psyop, this false flag. I don't know. It's nothing more than lies and deceit, and it's being uncovered, it's being revealed, it's being pulled back. The leg is being uncovered. Okay, Esau is not as smooth as he thinks he is, and people are not falling for the lies.
Stop lying to the public. Your psyop isn't working on millions of us. NASA's a joke.
And NASA is a joke. It's complete bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And they can't even deny the shit. I mean, you can't even go against what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess it would be fruitless to argue with that guy right then, right there. But you lying, so you gotta get the fuck on, man. You ain't go nowhere, man. Y'all was on a movie set, and y'all probably signed some NDAs to where you guys sit there and not say nothing about it or lie about it. Which is strange, man. Those are just three liars. They didn't do shit, so they gotta live with that. But it is what it is, But we're keying in on the lying wonders of Esau Edom being revealed. Can't, doing the work of Satan here. Esau Edom, so-called white man today. This is second Ezra, it's the second chapter, starting at the 6th verse, and it says, and now that it's like it says, and now ye know what withholding that he might be revealed in his time, in the time that he was supposed to be revealed in his fullness form of who Esau Edom is, the damn devil with the sword, is now. He wasn't revealed during the time when this was pinned up, when it was written, during the time of Thessalonica, that church. Okay, they didn't know who the wicked was, or they didn't get the full. There wasn't time at that time for the full revelation that it was Esau, that it was the Romans, because the Romans were Esau Edom back then. Okay, but it's Esau. We have that understanding now. It says in verse 7. All right. But he's being revealed in his time. This is the time that he's being revealed in. And the elect know, the remnant know about this man, about his characteristics, about how he's ruling and how he's going to come down with the sword. Revelations 12 and 12. Okay, the elect have knowledge of Esau. We are not ignorant unto Satan's devices when you go into 2 Corinthians, the second verse, second chapter, 11 verse. Okay. So we're not going to be like, oh, Esau, we're not going to be in the spirit of, oh, we can trust this man. Oh man, let's go ahead and go down to the damn doctor and take his jump shots, and take his medicine, and just hope for the best. We're not ignorant, all right? And we know that he's coming with a new pandemic, a new demic, and that new demic probably going to have some inoculation, some shots. And guess what we're going to do? We're going to do the same thing we did last time. Trust and lean upon Yahawashi shot. We're not getting no shots. We're not doing all that. We're not trusting no Esau. Esau's the damn devil. Esau's trying to kill you. Esau's a bloody man. Okay? Esau's coming down with the sword. Okay? Esau got a blessing, which is that sword, and he's finna use it. Okay? Because his time of rulership is coming to an end. And he's being, like I say, he's being revealed. Like, you talking about going to the moon. You didn't do that shit. I don't even know what's wrong with Esau. Esau just be doing the wrong shit at the wrong time. Like, all this shit going on, and you gonna send a so-called black man to the moon. Like, we gonna believe that shit. It's not even because it's Jake going. It's because it didn't happen. That's why. Most like Yahawashi Mount Shai, we're not foolish, man. And they want the people to be fools, man. Now, will we go to the moon? Yes, but we're not going to do it in these bodies. We're not going to do it in this time. When we go to the moon, it's going to be in the new bodies during the second covenant. Okay, when the Lord Yahawashi Mount Shai through the Spirit changes our bodies in the twinkling of an eye. Okay, then, and only then, will we be able to do, things such as that. But right now, it's not the time for us to be going to the fucking moon. And Esau didn't go to the moon. It was a lie. But it says in verse 7, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work. only he now will let until he be taken out of the way. Okay. And then shall the wicked, Esau, Edom, be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, which is the men of the Lord, the prophets. Lord, wouldn't I be a part of that number? And brothers also be a part of that number. We are here to chant down ultimately with the word, with the Kakodas from on high, from Yahawashi, okay, that has been given unto us to pull back and peel back the lies of Esau, Edom, okay, and reveal this man, okay, and on some Wizard of Oz shit. Like, this man is just a bitch. This man is just a fag, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, this man is just a weirdo, just a pedophile, faggot, murderer, in my opinion. I speak as a man when I say that. But nonetheless, even if I spoke as one of the men of the Lord, it would still, those statements would still be true. Esau's a murderer. Esau's a fucking mo. He's everything I just said, all in one. But regardless, it says, and then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord Yahawah shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his. The Lord said He's gonna destroy this man. He's gonna destroy the wicked. Okay, we know who the wicked is, man. It says, with the brightness of his coming, which is what the armada. The Lord is called the Lord of Shabbaoth, which goes into the Lord of armies. The Lord's coming with those many chariots, okay, and many angels, okay, to do battle. Okay, when you go into the scriptures in Exodus 15:3, scriptures speak about the Lord Yahawashi being a man of war. Okay, so He's coming with an armada of angels to do battle. It's really not going to be a battle, really, more of a massacre. But nonetheless, 2nd Ezra 13. It says in verse 9, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan. This man has the energy on the left-hand side to do the work of Satan. This is Esau, Edom. Okay, to take peace away from the earth when you go to Revelation, the 6th chapter. Okay, it says, with all power and lying wonders. He's lying. You see her lying. Oh, we went to the moon. He's lying. He's full of shit. Everything that Esau's a fucking lie. Oh, we're the most superior race. A damn lie. Jesus is white. A damn lie. You know what I'm saying? We're not putting fluoride in your water. A lie. We're not making we're not chemtrailing. A lie. What else Esau be fucking lying about? You know what I'm saying? There's no such thing as white supremacy. You're just clearly tripping. That's a lie. You know what I'm saying? We don't hate you guys. That's a lie, according to the scriptures. You have perpetual hatred, according to the scriptures, okay? So, but it says in verse 9, it says, blah, 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 blah. It says, with all deceivableness, lying, of unrighteousness in them that perish, they do not receive the love of the truth, that they may be saved. Man, you 2/3 niggas are done. You're done. Okay, so let me see. Let me jump down here. Oh, let me get an precept. And ultimately, I would say, the whole the whole little situation with the moon thing is just kind of just to, I guess make America, Babylon the Great look like, look what we're doing. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon, and we're sending people back. We're so powerful. We're so, and if you were in the world, you would be enamored. If you didn't know any better, if you really believed on the lying wonders of Esau, Edom, then you would truly believe and truly be under the yoke and thinking like, oh man, America, oh wow, we're so great, no, wow, we're the best country, oh wow, our military is so awesome, we're sending people to the moon, and you know what I'm saying? You'll be beguiled, and then a lot of our people, 2/3 so-called Negro Latinos and Native Americans, so-called Mexicans, which make up the house of 12 tribes of Israel, they are in this stead of being beguiled by Esau, Edom, and his system, this whole beast system, this whole system, as it were. And they're going to be destroyed therein unless they come out of it. And this is what the men of the Lord are telling you, because we are the men of the Lord, but we're also, watchmen. We're also the prophets, and the prophet means to say before something, to say something beforehand. or to say, to speak things into existence before it comes to pass. And we're letting you know that this place is going to be destroyed. And we're letting you know that before it happens. We're letting you know that the mark RFID chip is on its way. That the infrastructure has already been set up. It's on its way. Okay, we're letting you know this before it happens. Okay. Now, let's get this in Revelations 14:11. Because to believe in Esau, his full system is ultimately to be in the spirit of worshiping the beast. That's what that would be. Okay. The beast is the NATO and the EU. But let me just read this. This is Revelations 14:11. It says, "And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they have no rest neither day or night." Okay, this is going into after Babylon the Great is destroyed, I do believe. Okay, this place is going to get hit with 900 million missiles, I do believe, when you go into Revelations 9. But either way, it's a lot of missiles, a lot of brimstone and nuclear destruction is going to touch down on the shores here of America and other various parts of the earth. But the earth is not going to be destroyed in totality, according to the scriptures. The earth about us forever, Ecclesiasticus. Now, it says, "Who worship the beast?" The beast is the NATO and the EU in this system at work here. It says, "In the image represents everything, the whole system at work. The tax system, everything, the money, the currency, the religious system, the market, everything everything here, it represents the system and being engulfed in it and just not coming out of it. See, the men of the Lord and the 2/3 and the 1/3, not 2/3, but the 1/3, the elect, we're not in the system. We're not worshiping the beast. We're in the world, but we're just using the world. We're not like here because we know that we're gonna have to unplug. Okay, there's a certain time to unplug, like on some Matrix shit through the spirit part of Yahawashi. Jake, the 2/3 of Jake are not going to unplug. This is why they're in that spirit and they're worshiping the beast. Okay, they're worshiping this system. They're worshiping, and then ultimately it's gonna come to full fruition, which is full death. You know what I'm saying? And then they're gonna take that mark because we belong to Yahawashi. Okay, the Lord the scriptures call the Lord Yahawashi our husband. I'll pull that scripture before this. So we belong to Yahawashi. So to take the image, not the image, but to take the mark is to ultimately say that Esau Edom has rights over you. But we already belong to the Lord. We're already betrothed unto another, which is Yahawashi. So to take in to receive what Esau is giving you is ultimately a breach of contract, a breach. Okay, and that's why the 2/3 are going to be done. All right, they're going to come back in the kingdom, of course, but they got to know it. They got to know it. Death by pain, man. They got to must be paraphrasing. All right, but we are not in the stead. We're seeing through the motherfucking the bullshit here, and we're not finna worship and follow after the image, nor we're gonna follow after the beast in this system, and or ultimately we're gonna come down to it, the nitty gritty, which is his mark, the RFID chip technology, which is what we're warning you about, to not take it, because if you do, you will be destroyed by Yahawashi in the presence of the holy angels. Okay, as we sit and watch you get destroyed as we sit upon the firmament, it speaks about us sitting upon the firmament, singing the song of Moses, roughly paraphrasing, in Revelation, the 15th chapter. So we're gonna sit there. We're going the elect and the men and the men of the Lord and the elect, the 1/3 are going to be an eyewitness to those that reject the Lord and wanted to worship the beast, you Israelites. And we're going to firsthand eyewitness see you get destroyed and burned up to a crisp, because you chose to not fear Yahweh Shem Shai. That was foolish. But it says, here's the patience of, okay, whosoever shall receiveth his mark of his name. We know what that mark is, that RFID Egypt technology. It says in verse 12, here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Who is the saints? The Israelites. It says, here are they that keep my commandments of the Most High in the faith of Hamashiach Yahawashi. Okay. That's really what it's really like. I just want to tap into that real quick. And Esau's being revealed, man. Esau's a liar, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, let me see something. Yeah, I guess that's it. If any precepts I think about later, I'll just put them in post-production or something. But all that being said, shalom.